legend was true.
He's here. Black Adam. What have your powers ever given to you? Nothing but heartache.
I was a slave until I died. Then I was reborn a god. My son sacrificed his life to save me. Open fire! War going. Now, I kneel before no one.
War going on outside when they safe from.
In this world, there are heroes.
I feel the pain in my city wherever I go.
And there are villains. Heroes don't kill people.
Well, I do. My vision has shown me the future. You have two choices. You can be the destroyer of this world, or you can be its savior. That's up to you.
Behind you! Did he just catch a rocket?
He got a rocket.
Welcome back, everyone. This will be my brand new Black Adam trailer video. They're coming to Comic-Con. There's a whole bunch of news, so we'll break it all down. If you're brand new to the channel, be sure to subscribe to get all the videos. Thor: Love and Thunder is also out in theaters this weekend, so I will be posting my post-credit scene video, full breakdown, Easter eggs for the movie really soon, too. Be sure to go see the movie as soon as possible. This is a video that he posted of him also doing his rock-style wrestling intro for Black Adam, just trying to hype everyone up for Comic-Con.
The most electrifying man in all of the DC universe is coming to town. See, you thought I was going one way with The Rock, but I went this way with Black Adam. They're both the same men. Finally, the man in black comes home to Comic-Con. Let's go. I'll see you then.
We smell what The Rock is cooking, another really big Comic-Con trailer. But the big thing with Black Adam is they just confirmed that they're coming to Comic-Con. They're going to be showing off another even bigger Comic-Con trailer. And a lot of you have also been asking about Black Adam versus Superman because there was some recent news about them actually doing a version of Superman during the movie. Not quite what you expect, but Superman still being in the movie. I wouldn't confirm it the fulfillment of all of our fan wish dreams, but I think that they're trying to tease a much bigger Black Adam versus Superman movie in the future. Like Black Adam 2 will be like a full-on Black Adam versus Superman movie. Because the other big thing they're obviously trying to set up is Black Adam versus Shazam, but that's going to happen probably in the Shazam sequels. The way that Zachary Levi talked about it, Shazam 2, which is actually going to be happening at the end of this year, we won't have to wait that long to get that movie. That'll be a completely separate plot, but at the end of that movie, they'll also tease Shazam versus Black Adam. The whole thing with this first Black Adam movie is that they just want to establish him inside the DCEU. This is taking place on the main Justice League Earth. Even though we have the Flash movie, they're doing all this multiverse stuff doing it. They're introducing all these multiverse characters, changing the timeline with a version of Flashpoint. They haven't clarified where the Black Adam movie takes place in the timeline relative to the Flash movie, but I'm assuming that it takes place before the Flash movie, just because of the way they're airing the films. But because of that big Superman cameo, the way they used the Justice League at the end of that film, even though it was a faceless Superman cameo, there were all kinds of memes that the director himself posted about that too, with Henry Cavill's face on his body. Even though they did things in that weird way at the end of that movie, that's meant to tell you that it takes place on the same Justice League Earth. So during the Comic-Con trailer, when they're saying, oh, the legends are true, and then a separate scene of someone saying, oh, he's here, I believe that's meant to tie in with the whole Kahndaq plot with Intergang trying to take over the area looking for the crown of Sabbac, who's supposed to be the actual main villain of the film. Like, how do you make Black Adam seem like a hero? Well, you put someone even worse in his film so that he feels like more of an anti-hero. That's why they have all those scenes with Hawkman trying to get him to chill out. Like, Hawkman is probably one of the most brutal characters to ever be on the Justice League. He has a problem with killing foes. That's why you have a character as hardcore as him talking to someone like Black Adam saying, dude, you need to chill out, stop killing so many people. Even though Sabbac is the main villain, I believe Intergang is going to be this villain organization. And Intergang in the comics is sort of like an intergalactic criminal organization. Like, there are many different evil organizations on Earth. During the Justice League movie, they teased the Injustice League. Like, that was the group that Lex Luthor was trying to put together. Intergang is also a group that Lex Luthor is involved with, but that's just because he's a really big villain in the DC. He's involved with many of the different big villain organizations. The reason why they're using Intergang instead of the Injustice Society, I believe, is just because Black Adam has more ties to Intergang in the comics. And that's also why they're leaning on the Justice Society instead of the Justice League. But obviously, like I said, there is supposed to be a Superman cameo scene at the end of the film. But the big report is that they're actually doing the same thing that they did during the Shazam movie with Superman. So if you remember, at the end of that film, they basically had a faceless cameo. So even though it was meant to be Henry Cavill's Superman, like everybody was like, oh, it's Henry Cavill because it's his suit. You didn't see his face, and the director did clarify that there were a number of reasons for that, mostly for scheduling reasons, but also probably they were haggling on how much they were going to pay him for that. So the odds of them bringing back Henry Cavill just shot way up because the new CEO said, oh, Superman is a huge priority for us. Like, there's a much better chance of them actually doing a Superman spin-off film now. Reportedly, at the end of the Black Adam film, there's going to be another similar faceless Superman Henry Cavill cameo scene. I mean, it's Henry Cavill, but it's faceless, so it's kind of not Henry Cavill. I'm sure there's going to be all kinds of memes just like there were after the first Shazam movie. It's one of those situations where you're kind of excited, but you'd be bummed out if they didn't fully pay that off in the future. Like, okay, I will take your faceless Superman cameo, but you better give me a Black Adam versus Superman movie after this. Otherwise, I'm going to be really pissed. But like I said, Sabbac character meant to be the main villain. He's meant to be similar to the Shazam gods that give the Shazam characters powers. So like the Shazam acronym means different things for different gods depending on which character you're talking about. If you're talking about the Billy Batson Shazam character, or if you're talking about the Teth Adam Black Adam character. They basically have the exact same powers, they're just granted powers from slightly different gods if you go back far enough in the comics. The Wizard Shazam and the Council of Wizards at any given time in history have basically granted powers to a champion. In present day, that's meant to be the Shazam character, and then he shares that power with the Shazamly. They kind of tease Black Adam's comic book origin story. They've changed it a couple times in the comics, but the New 52 version, I believe, is the one that they're turning more on. What basically happened is that Black Adam convinced another family member, like a young family member, kind of like Billy Batson, during his era 5,000 years ago, to share the power with him, and that's how he got the power. The movie backstory is a little bit different in that they're saying that his son died to protect him, and then he got the power of Shazam, so it's a bit of a twist on that, but it's kind of the same idea. They just want him to seem a little more sympathetic, like there are all these slave masters that you see in the past hurting him and his family. It sounds like something happens and he almost gets killed, but his son winds up saving him and they kill him instead. And then if you think about the backstory they gave you in the first Shazam movie, then in a fit of revenge, the 7 deadly sins are able to use that to free themselves. Like they convince Black Adam, oh, you need to get revenge on all these people. We'll help you with that. Please free us. And then the 7 deadly sins kill all the other wizards of the Rock of Eternity except for the wizard Shazam. But because Black Adam is going off the rails, his family's just died, and he's the one who freed the 7 deadly sins, that's why he gets into the fight with the wizard, and the wizard winds up trapping him for 5,000 plus years. So that's why in present day, you have the Justice Society, Hawkman, the Dr. Fate character, basically telling him he needs to chill out, like there are bigger problems that you need to help us with right now. And I believe it's all about Intergang trying to use the crown of Sabbac and the powers of Sabbac to basically take over the world slowly. And I think the whole idea with Adriana Tomaz and this boy here who's probably going to be her little brother or maybe like her son or something like that is that they'll be like surrogates for Black Adam's family in the comics. Like he'll grow to care about them and want to protect them, and that's what will convince him to help the Justice Society stop the forces of Intergang and Sabbac. I believe the way they use the Sabbac character, it'll be the same thing as the way they use the Shazam and the Black Adam characters. Like, it'll be an avatar on Earth that Sabbac will grant all his power to and just wind up taking over that person, so he'll have a more humanoid form during the movie. But instead of characters like Black Adam and characters like Shazam or the Shazamly, instead of Sabbac just granting his power to another surrogate that Intergang is controlling, Sabbac is going to, like, fully take over this person as an avatar on Earth. And if it wasn't clear, Black Adam by himself is meant to be more powerful than Shazam when he's sharing his power with the rest of the Shazam League. That's the whole idea, is that the gods grant a finite amount of their power to an avatar, and that winds up being Shazam or Black Adam, depending on which age you're talking about. So during the Shazam movie, Shazam winds up sharing the power equally amongst all of his family members. So when they all fight together against Black Adam, they're more equal. But like if it's just Shazam versus Black Adam, then Black Adam is always going to be a little bit stronger. That's why you always see all those scenes of Black Adam just wrecking all the different Shazam characters on their own, because the only way they can usually beat him is to fight him in a coordinated way or use psychological attacks against him. But what'll happen is I'll do a brand new trailer video when they drop this Comic-Con trailer. Marvel is also doing a really big Comic-Con panel this year, just like they did during 2019. There were a couple years where Marvel and DC just kind of sat Comic-Con out, like DC was doing their version of DC Fandom with all their trailers. I don't know if DC is still going to do another DC Fandom this year, because they are bringing some of their movies to Comic-Con. We probably won't find out about that till later. Like, they have a couple big series that are airing next year. Like, they're working on the Batman spin-off series on HBO. They're working on the Green Lantern HBO series. James Gunn is currently making Peacemaker Season 2. So, like, there are trailers that they can show off later this year. They have delayed the Flash movie for a little while. Yes, there's all that crazy stuff happening with Ezra Miller. So when we get more actual news, more actual footage about the Flash movie, I'll do a new video about that. Don't worry. I'm working on a video for The Boys finale. That'll post next, and then all my post-credit scene videos for Thor, Easter egg videos, full breakdown of the movie will start posting. Make sure you go see the movie as soon as possible. Everyone click here for my full Thor Love and Thunder movie review video, and click here for my brand new Loki Season 2 first look video. Thank you so much for watching, everyone stay safe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.